everybody, it's Jenny, and today I'm going to be sharing a card I made using the May Stamp and Die of the Month from Not Too Shabby. And as always, you can find product links in the description box below. So to get started on my card today, I'm going to go ahead and stamp out some of these cute little images onto a piece of 80-pound white cardstock with some alcohol-friendly ink so I can color them in with my Copic markers. Next, I'm going to use the coordinating dies to go ahead and trim out each of the images. Then I'm going to set those aside and start working on my background. I brought in my glass mat and an A2 size white cardstock piece, and I'm just going to attach that to the mat using a small piece of washi tape. Then I'm going to bring in some Distress Oxides in the colors Blueprint Sketch and Candied Apple, and I'm going to go ahead and smush those onto my glass mat and spritz them with some water. And then I'm going to use a paintbrush to just go ahead and add splatter all over the panel, drying in between colors. Next, I brought in another panel of white cardstock, and I'm just going to use up the rest of the ink on my mat, and I'm just going to pick that up with a piece of plastic packaging. Next, I'm going to bring in some circle dies to add some holes to my splatter panel for my critters to peek out of. I'm going to play around with the placement and then use a pencil to trace the shape once I have them where I want them. Once I have my circles placed, I'm going to go ahead and run my panel through my die cut machine. Then I'm going to layer up my two pieces to start getting an idea of how I want things to come together. I'm going to move on to my sentiment, which I'm going to heat emboss onto a piece of black cardstock. And so I'm just using my powder tool to get rid of any static. And then I'm going to stamp out the sentiment that says, "Celebrate with a Bang." I'm going to use some Versamark ink to stamp that out and then go ahead and coat that with some white detail embossing powder and then heat it up with my heat tool. Before I heat that, I'm just going to clean up around the sentiment with a paintbrush. And once that sentiment is nice and set, I'm going to use a microfiber cloth to wipe away any extra powder and then use the coordinating die to trim it out. Next, I'm going to trim down my top panel by 1/4 inch, so about 1/8 of an inch on each side. Then I'm going to pop up the first layer using some foam tape. Next, I'm going to attach all my critters with some foam tape and liquid glue, as well as the sentiment. Next, I'm going to bring in some colored rhinestones in red, white, and blue to go ahead and add a little extra bling. And for the final step, I'm going to go ahead and just attach my card front to a card base. And here is my finished card. I think it turned out super cute, and it was really fun creating my own backgrounds, especially the splatter. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!